When we originally started out this project, we envisioned that our team would consist of 6 top candidates. These original team members were Elizabeth, Caitlin, Susan, Bob, Natalie, and William. Now, yes, originally we were to select 6 top candidates, but then shortly after that, we were asked to narrow it down to 4. So our final 4 selected were Elizabeth. Elizabeth has had success with meeting deadlines and has history with working on projects. With this project being assigned in such short notice and having a very tight and close deadline, we felt Elizabeth would be a good key player for this. Then our next candidate was William. William has the knowledge and also has the experience. Since he is nearing retirement, his least concern is getting any type of recognition. And in addition to that, he's considered to be a good team player, and if needed, he's willing to step up and be a team lead. Then we selected Bob. We felt that had we asked for employees in our team to volunteer, Bob would have been one of the very first volunteers to step up. Plus, Bob is easy to please and easy to keep happy to get the project done. Then our final 4th person, Caitlin. Although she is known for standing firm on her opinions, she is also known to work extremely well under pressure and has a capability of producing some of her best work when she is under pressure. So of course, this was also definitely another key factor that we looked at when we selected our final 4 candidates that would produce this project. Now, of course, every candidate that we selected has their set of strengths, and they also have their own set of weaknesses. Now, breaking those down, starting off with Elizabeth, some of her strengths include problem solving, and also she is detail oriented about maintaining quality work while still meeting deadlines. Now, Elizabeth's weaknesses are sometimes she does rush when she is meeting those deadlines. And also, too, sometimes she can be hesitant about branching out to new and unfamiliar territory. Now, moving on to William and his strengths. William's a veteran in his area of expertise, and he also is very confident in his performance. Now, of course, some of William's weaknesses include he can be inefficient, and he can also sometimes be a perfectionist. Now, Bob. Bob is a little different because one of his strengths is also his weaknesses, and that is he can be a very eager teammate. Now, of course, he does have another strength, which does include he's someone that is known to be very dependable to assist on getting the job done. Now, one of Bob's weaknesses is his quality of deliverables can sometimes not be the best. Now, lastly, our final 4th candidate, Caitlin. Her strengths are that she is very highly detail oriented, and also, too, she enjoys being engaged in challenging tasks, such as this project. Now, Caitlin's weaknesses are she can sometimes take feedback personal, and then also, too, she sometimes does set unreasonable standards, which can sometimes cause conflict while working on teams. Now, I have no doubt that the final 4 that's selected to be a part of this team, they have some great potential. And here's why. Reason number 1, they have strong leadership, not just with you all, not just with us, but amongst themselves. Secondly, this team comes together with a strong skill set. Thirdly, the capability of being able to handle this project and projects in the past under pressure, without a doubt they'll be able to meet this deadline. And then fourthly, the overall team dependability. We have some candidates on this team that have a history of being depended on. So this team is going to do phenomenal. Now, when it comes to working with the team, it's very important to keep those team members motivated. And with these final four candidates that we've selected, I feel that the goal setting theory and the Maslow's hierarchy of needs will be the two important motivation strategies used in order to keep everybody motivated and uplifted. Starting with the goal setting theory, this theory is mainly focusing on getting on setting specific and clear and achievable goals. Also, it pushes for accountability, and then it also helps to increase focus, motivation, and overall performance. Now, with the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, it does suggest that people are determined to fulfill a hierarchy of needs. And then after each level of satisfaction, it does keep and push that specific individual to keep going. And of course, when you have people that work together on a team, of course, there's usually conflicts that do arise. With the Final Four selected, some of the conflicts that we do see happening are one of them being task execution and process. With this, oftentimes there can be a disagreement on certain tasks. There can be overshadowing from more firm team members versus those that may not always speak up. Also, too, oftentimes there can be different opinions on how to handle certain tasks and when to handle certain tasks. But in order to overcome this conflict, we would suggest using collaboration. With this, typically a common ground is found, and this conflict management strategy is often used when it's a more complex conflict. Another conflict that we do see happening is personal conflict. This would arise when we have those team members that are more focused on being perfectionists versus those team members that are more focused on just getting the job done in order to meet this deadline. A way that that would be resolved is to be empathetic and to listen. Being able to talk and actually listen and compromise and be able to come up with a solution in order to, work effectively, work as one, and get this project done. It is also important to utilize leadership strategies as well with this specific team. Those leadership strategies that I feel that would be best with this team is servant leadership, situational leadership, and path goal theory. Now, with servant leadership, overall, that is mainly used to push team members to their fullest potential. With situational leadership, it does encourage team growth and unity. And with path goal theory, it sets clear expectations and goals. Now, these three leadership strategies are important mainly because, yes, this project is on a tight deadline. We want to make sure that everybody remains focused. We want to make sure that everybody remains motivated. And from the very beginning, we also want to make sure that we set those clear expectations and those goals to make sure that everybody remains focused and that we're able to get this project done on time. What is conscious capitalism? Conscious capitalism can be defined as a business philosophy that advocates for companies to operate ethically while pursuing profit gains and emphasizes the importance of serving all stakeholders. According to Griffin, Phillips, and Gully, this philosophy rests on four pillars: higher purpose, stakeholder orientation, conscious leadership, and conscious culture. With higher purpose, motivation is beyond profit. It calls for providing exceptional customer service, usually creates a sense of meaning and motivation. And then stakeholder orientation, usually focus on the needs and interests of employees, customers, and the community. And conscious leadership empowers team dynamics, and leaders in the team typically will push for collaboration, open communication, and growth in individuals. And conscious culture supports the environment that creates organization morale. According to Griffin, Phillips, and Gully, a stakeholder is anyone who is impacted by or has influence on an organization's performance. Typically, employees do benefit from working in a higher functioning and goal-oriented group that encourages collaboration. And then we also have community members who do gain value through marketing that is clear and inclusive and represents their needs. And then also too, Southwood Transit leadership are also a stakeholder within this project and company. They benefit from having a team that promotes the company's missions and ensures internal goals. Now, lastly, we do see that this project overall will have a positive impact to the company. Once this project is completed, we will see an increase in customer loyalty. We'll also see an increase in organization productivity, and then also we'll be able to see a stronger brand that will be able to form a stronger team foundation and also more trust.